Talk about hard work, whether it's bagging sand or pushing a pallet. People are coming from all across the state to help out here in Fargo-Moorhead, and they say they don't mind lending a helping hand. Despite the fact that endowment numbers are down, Eric says the number of people wanting to give for college scholarships is actually up. That's good news for incoming freshmen and people looking to come to college next year. Talk about power. These students behind these doors right here are investing $100,000 worth of the university's money, and that's no easy task. The Ferris wheel's been up and going for about a half hour now, and already more than 24 people have made their way onto this big wheel. But I will tell you one thing, this is one line that you won't find me in. Come on, it's a height thing.
Find a sand pile that you want to help out in, you jump in there.
Step into the Fargo Dome, and the first man you'll meet is DJ.
Come on, don't be bashful. I got it.
Call him the wise man of Fargo, not just because he'll get you down to the sand,
Like Monty Hall say, come on down.
but because he's lived through more than 40 years of shoveling, bagging, and passing.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this one. You know, I got a bad feeling. Yeah, I've been to all 6 of them that been up here.
Fargo officials expect the Red River to crest past 42 feet, one of the highest levels the city's ever seen. But despite that, DJ says today is about people coming together.
The university, the town, the community, the mayor, everybody just going overboard, you know that?
Talk about hard work, whether it's bagging sand or pushing a pallet. People are coming from all across the state to help out here in Fargo-Moorhead, and they say they don't mind lending a helping hand. Armed with a chisel and a stack of broken pallets,
Trying to salvage what I can, but not much here to salvage.
Paul Schrum and his son hammer away to help out.
All the volunteers are great. I mean, it really says a lot about the community and everybody that's willing to come and help.
Well, I'm fine with this right now, but
These students came from St. Cloud State, 34 of them by bus to help out for a day. But perhaps no one knows volunteering better than the Fargo folks. They did it in '97, and this resident says they've learned a thing or two.
I think we all know what we're doing a little better now than we did in '97.
We got free food for you. How you doing? Good.
Back at the door, DJ will keep guiding volunteers to the sand, knowing it's time well spent.
This is America at its best.
In Fargo, Kevin Hurd, CentralMNStories.com. Opening bell on Wall Street. Each day's beginning to an unpredictable ride. Some days not as promising as others. It's a ride that investors are taking all across the country, and America's colleges
The way this benchmark is based is
have taken a hit too. Endowment funds, money given by donors and used for scholarships and other programs, is typically invested in the stock market. At SCSU, about 60% is in stocks, 40% in bonds, but bad numbers on the board has meant bad news for some colleges.
Since the beginning of the fiscal year, our endowment has dropped about 19%, which is dramatic, but it follows the stock market.
Since June, the value of the SCSU endowment fund has dropped from about $17.5 million to about $13 million, roughly a loss of about $3 million. Down the road at St. John's in Collegeville, it's the same story. An endowment worth $145 million in June, now worth 22% less, roughly $112 million.
Despite the fact that endowment numbers are down, Eric says the number of people wanting to give for college scholarships is actually up. That's good news for incoming freshmen and people looking to come to college next year.
As far as I know, completely on track.
And at the high school level, money for college-bound seniors hasn't gone anywhere.
We have like the same organizations that give us the same scholarships, and so we are right on track with where we have been.
Don says at this point it's still early to tell, but so far universities are still giving significant scholarships. A sigh of relief for parents, especially those with money in the market.
We do have some parents who are starting to plan ahead and say, okay, where do we start to look?
Back at St. Cloud State University, Eric is optimistic, saying looking at the situation through a long-term lens is key.
It may be some time before those gifts pay off. So if someone invests in the endowment this year, it may be a year or two before we see anything spun off of that.
It may be bad numbers on the board, but still a good forecast for those looking for scholarships to cash in on college. Kevin Hurd, UTVS News.
And it's just a mineral water that has a really, really good taste to it.
From a distance, the food on Geneva Reimer's table looks like any other.
Stewed tomatoes and some tomato paste.
But there is one big difference between her food and the food that fills most store shelves.
They just taste better.
Geneva's house is filled with natural and organic food, from power bars to cookies to apple juice, even organic toothpaste and cleaners.
It's a move she made 10 years ago and now says is more important than ever.
Back when I was younger, I don't think there was as many chemicals in the growing process and stuff.
Geneva isn't the only one making the change. Numbers from the Organic Trade Association show more and more Americans buying organic food and drinks each year. Good news for both Geneva and her job.
You just learn a lot as you go.
After doctoring in the Twin Cities, Geneva came to Cashwise Grocery in Waite Park. It's what helped spark her interest in natural and organic foods.
My favorite saying is, if you don't change the oil in your car, you know how far you get. Well, you need to have good oils in your body in order to keep functioning.
Good advice for everyone, including kids. She says even they can get hooked on organic foods easily.
They come in and they pick out what they want.
And when there's kids, there's cleaning. But even that can be done naturally these
It's
days.
got some soy product in it, and that creates the fabric softener.
One of the things that people worry about when going organic is whether you're going to lose that taste, whether it be in your favorite box of cereal or that package of cookies. Well, Geneva says that's not a problem.
I would say most of it tastes even better, but till they try it, they don't know, and it tastes really good.
Healthy food, lots of nutrients and taste.
Well, have you ever tried an organic banana? It's really good. And like
Sounds good too.
Just a good bar.
Kevin Hurd, CentralMNStories.com.
We have new information tonight on a car crash that killed an infant and sent 4 people to the hospital Tuesday. It happened in Sauk Rapids at Mayhew Lake Road and County Road 74 at 5:30. St. Cloud police recovered a stolen car in a traffic stop Tuesday. It happened just before 8 p.m. in the 700 block of 13th Avenue South. Police say the 2 men in the car did not know it was stolen, so the driver will not be charged. Well, it's great to hear a program like this. But Katie, how about other people who want to get involved in the program? Is there a way for them to get involved as well? Well, we have some more new information tonight about the area's economy. Local economist King Banyan says he has no doubt the St. Cloud area is in fact in a recession. He said, plus 2 St. Cloud state teams receive some national attention. Sports is next. Well, great. It's great to have that for them.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you very much
Thank
again.
you.
Well, staying on that subject of holiday travel, AAA and the Air Transportation Association say fewer people will be traveling this holiday season. Well, Americans across the country are hitting the road today to make it to their Thanksgiving Day celebrations, but there are some things to remember on the road. UTVS reporter Jay Adkins has more.